Morning.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Okay, we're going live on Facebook here in just a second. Is it snowing there yet?
Yes.
That's okay. At least it's a time of year where it'll be gone just as soon as just as quickly as it arrived.
Yes, that is true.
Mhm. Subject does not have permission to create a live video on this group. What? But I'm an admin. So Zoom changed all of their settings yesterday. Bless me. It has created quite the mess here. Let's see if anybody else joins us. So what do you have questions about?
What's the topic today? I didn't read that.
Oh, I don't have one today.
Okay. Trying to
Sometimes I
think.
just kind of go,
I don't know if I have any specific questions. I just kind of like listening to other people's questions.
sure. Okay. I'm gonna legitimately have to research how to go live on Facebook now. This is so weird. Wow. Okay. So we will not be going live on Facebook today. How are we at? 9. We'll wait a few more minutes before we get started. Oh, that's the front door. All right, I vote that we go ahead and get started. So I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully you can see command.
Yes, I can.
We're going to go ahead and set my goals for 2021. Recently, like a few days ago, I actually decided to be an independent agent. So my goals are a little bit different now. So we're going to go ahead and set those real quick. Those are that little blue bar at the top of command. So we're going to get started. My goal is not to make $100,000 this year, but instead 60,000. I'm not sure that those are accurate expenses, but we'll leave it there. I would like to see this be more of a 50-50. And then average commission per unit. That's probably accurate with a median sale. Our company last month had a median sales price of $290,000. So we'll do times 0.03. It would actually be a little bit higher, but not every deal that we get is going to be $5,000 or as much as that. So I'm going to leave it there. And that's the first one. And we don't do leases, so I don't have to worry about that. Don't have to worry about that percentage. And the reason that I say my business makeup is 50% listings and 50% buyers is because I do send letters every single week trying to get listings. So I would like to see the balance be half and half or as close to as possible. So I'm going to press next. This little funnel here, if you're doing Ignite, should look extremely familiar. We probably look at this every single day right now. So leads to contacts 5%, contacts to appointments set 5%, appointments set to appointments kept 50%, appointments kept to agreements 50%, agreements to under contract or pending 50%, and under contract or pending to closed unit 75%. That is what they project to be kind of the standard. I'm going to leave it at that. Command will automatically become smarter for you. So that's part of why, and I'll show you this area in command here in just a moment, but that's why it's important to mark leads as leads and then track them throughout your pipeline in command, and not just do them when, like, once you get them under contract, because that will throw off all of your numbers above this point will be completely wildly inaccurate. So it's important for you to know the numbers game for, like, for example, for next year, command will have a year of Elysse being a realtor to pull its numbers from. And when I set these goals next year, it will be wildly more accurate. So I'm just going to go ahead and assume that these are probably pretty accurate and that Keller Williams spent a lot of time doing some research on that. So this is, again, same thing, but these are my goals. What's next? I have some smart plans. I'm okay. Go to reports. Probably not. I do like the reports page, but because I just went independent a few days ago, command still thinks I'm on a team because I'm finishing up a few things there. So the reports page isn't going to be accurate for me. And command home screen is actually where I wanted to go. So we're going to go there. So here's some new designs in the top right hand corner that command has for us. We can use those for social media posts, mailings, whatever you want. This right here is the goals versus actual. So that's wonderful. That's where filling out this little ribbon here comes into play. And then here is our database health comparison, and here are my most recent leads. This right here is the product updates. As you can tell, we did take a rather large update on the 13th. And there's a notepad here. You can rearrange all of this. You just customize your home screen. You can pick different things that you want there and rearrange it however you choose to. I was kind of thinking if you guys were okay with it, we would take a look into the Facebook follow-up smart plan that I have.
Sounds good to me.
So this smart plan, I have 33 people on. I've had some success with it, which is part of the reason why I wanted to share it. In the past, I've been pretty fairly against using Facebook to create active leads. Typically, those have taken about a year to really be something that turns into a deal. There's a better word for that, but I'm totally lacking on them today. So this was one that was already created. I just went to the Command Smart Plan store, whatever you want to call it, and pulled this one out. So this one is 18 touches in 31 days. It consists of text messages, phone calls, and emails. The first time that I called every single person that was on this, I walked away with 2 active buyers and a referral. So I would say that that was pretty good for the $30 that I spent on the Facebook ad to begin with. So here's the first step, is to make a call. And you just call them and see if they are looking to buy in the next 6 months. That's the first task there. And then a text message goes out on the same day that says, hello, insert name here. This is Elysse with Keller Williams Realty. Are you looking to buy in the next few months? I'd be happy to help. Sometimes they respond, sometimes they opt out, sometimes they just have silence. So then we put a 4-day delay on it. And then the next thing is an email. Did I drop the ball? Hello, insert name here. I'm not sure if you needed anything else from me. We haven't talked since you clicked on one of our, I'm going to change that to one of my online house listings. Would you, do you need me to get you any additional information, virtual tours on properties, or an analysis of what your home is worth? Just shoot me a text at my private cell or reply to this message and I'd be happy to help. Here's my cell phone number right there. That needs a period. Elysse Jinkens, Keller Williams Realty, phone number, email, and office phone number. And then let's see, that's day 5. And then if they also get a text message on the same day. Hey, contact first name. I just sent you an email about what you might need from me. Did you want to go see any properties in person in the next week? And then there's a 2-day delay. We make another phone call, but this time we check in to see if we can schedule them for a buyer consultation. Then we have a 6-day delay. So they're not going to hear from us for almost a week now. Hey, contact first name. I'm here for you when you are ready to start your home process. That doesn't sound right. Home buying process. Just let me know what else you need. I really don't think that needs to be a question mark. We'll do an exclamation mark there.
Whenever it says a 6-day delay or 4-day delay, whatever, is that from the initial contact or from the last contact? So like 6 days from the email, 6 days after the text message. Okay.
So it's 6 days from that last point of contact to the next one. So then, and it'll tell you day number right here in the top. So like day 13 and then day 21 is like this next email. So we're on day 21 out of, I believe, 31. Yeah, 31. So now this one is, why does that say it's a reply? Weird. I wonder if the other, oh, it does. Weird. I don't really want it to look like that. Where's the other emails? Okay, that's the one. Okay, so I don't want it to look like it's a reply. New homes available for the weekend. Just following up again. Are you ready to see any homes in person? I feel like I have to sneeze. It's gonna go away. Okay. And then 10 days. Bless me. Did you need this? My home loan lender is offering some special incentives for my clients right now. We can leave this if you're working with Keller Mortgage, because Keller Mortgage does waive the closing costs if they're working with a KW agent. I do work with Keller Mortgage on occasion, so if people have inquiries about this message specifically, I will just refer them there. But if you're not doing that, then maybe talk to your lender and see if this is something that you can get worked out with them, or just replace it with something else. So I'm going to go ahead and press save. Now what's really cool is I'm getting ready to add all of the KW agents to a different version of this that's actually a see what command can do. So it will be interesting to see how you guys respond to that once I get that built. iPhone is waiting. So that's a dive into my latest smart plan. And as you can see, the tasks for the phone calls do show up on my homepage, but also if I go to tasks, I don't have any contact tasks, which is where I should actually have 3. That's weird. Strange. I should have 3 tasks that aren't done. Maybe I did them and don't remember. But there they are. This is where your smart plan tasks will show up. And then also when you're doing like timelines for deals that are closing and whatnot, that's where those will show up as well. So does anyone have questions regarding the smart plan? Okay, let's take a look at some campaigns. A couple of weeks ago, I sent out a big list of here's all of the people from the BDAR. You can upload these in a command, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to take an opportunity and show you guys what I did with those. So I went to campaigns and then I went to emails. And then I pressed configure lists on the right-hand side. And I made a list of all the BDAR agents. And then I've been sending them mass emails all at one time. My big listing that I had, my lot that I had, the price reduction on my listing, and then the open house that I had a few days ago. And I would say that they're getting a pretty, like a fair amount of response. So we're looking at probably about a quarter of them actually being opened, which in my experience is a pretty good return on mass email campaigns. Anywhere between 24 and 30% of the emails that you sent out being opened is a good return on that, especially since I don't pay for this. This is included in command. So when you're looking at marketing costs, this is a pretty good one to go with. I do, for every one of these that I do that have to do with a property, I create a landing page for that. And that's where the clicks are. So let's go ahead and duplicate this campaign just to see what it looked like. Email preview. Okay, so this is where you set it all up. You create this email design in Designs in Command. I just started with a generic, here's my listing, and then I kind of adapted it to open houses. And it seemed to adapt very well. As you can tell here, it went to my BDAR agents listing. The subject line was open house at, and then the address. And then of course it said that it was from me. Is there, let's update design. So I'm going to press the little eyeball up here so that we can preview this the way that it actually was. I copied and pasted the remarks from Command. And then I put the address in here, and then this is the landing page, and there we go. So pretty easy there. Let's go back. Okay, and then let's see, Susan, do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Okay. If you guys don't have any questions, I don't really have a lot today. And since it's snowing, I'm going to be working from home today. So when you guys, if you guys do have any questions, let me know. We'll just jump on a video like this. And oh, looks like we're getting another one. James is joining us. Good morning, James.
Good morning.
We've run through almost everything, but I know that you're brand new, so bless me. Bless me again. I swear I did take my allergy medicine this morning, I promise. James, if you want, I will go through Command with you here in just a second. The girls can jump off if they don't want to take a deep dive into Command. So other than that, girls, that's kind of like the what's new in Smartplans. So I'm going to take James on a tour through Command here. James, I'm not sharing my screen. That does not help. Okay, this is Keller Williams Command. This is the home page. So the first
Alrighty.
thing you're going to see is if you click on the KW in the top left-hand corner, it actually moves everything out so that you can see the titles of the icons and what the different pages are. Eventually, you'll get to the point where you don't need those, but that's where you start. And then you can see where it says Command. If you click Connect right next to it, you're actually in a private group that once it loads, you can be in the greater Heartland area or in just the Lake of the Ozarks. So if you have a new listing, you can post it here in greater Heartland or Lake of the Ozarks. I don't think a lot of people in our market center use this, but I would like to see them looking for using this more. So we may take a dive into using the KW Connect more in the future. So these are my tasks that I have to do for the day. Most of these are set by a smart plan, which is an automated plan that will text your clients for you. It will email them, and then it will notify you when you need to make a phone call to them. Also, you can see those are the contact ones. Those are people that are set up on a smart plan. When it says opportunity right here, those are checklist items that I've set that I need to deal with. I would set your goals as soon as you have access. I would set your goals, just use the assumed numbers, and command will continue to update those numbers based off of what you're actually doing. So like my goals versus actual, I've been marking, I've had 43 leads year to date. And then I've converted how many of those leads into appointments? How many of those appointments have I converted into under contracts? How many under contracts have I converted into closed units? With a gross commission income goal breakdown of this amount. This is not accurate because I was on a team. So as the person running all of their transactions, it looks like my numbers are a lot better than they really are because I was running the team numbers through this. In designs right here in the top right, these are just some new designs that command has, or that the people that generate command have decided you may want to see the featured ones. This section, product updates, is one that I keep an eye on a lot. I like to know what's coming. And then also I can see what's next. So up next, our teams are working on the 66-day challenge with command. So the 66-day challenge with command in reference to this is to stabilize it and make sure that the functionality of it stays optimized for realtors. Advanced filtering and contacts, including filtering options and more, team functionality and designs and command campaigns, import wizard for an easier contact import process. That would be wonderful. And printing available in designs. So when you create a design, you're going to be able to print something from there. This is your database health comparison. This is a place I really like to go, especially when I really want to look at where I'm at in comparison to the market centers. I can compare to agents in my state, all agents, agents in the production bracket above mine, agents in my production bracket, and the top agents in our production brackets. You can see that I have a 93% when it comes to collecting phone numbers. I have an 87% when it comes to collecting emails. I have about 7% of the addresses, and then 4% of neighborhoods. Again, most of my people are from Facebook, so it's been difficult to get their addresses, but there are smart plans that help you with that. In the top right-hand corner is going to be your name and your picture. It will probably be starting out with just a KW there. If you're on a team, it will show an other account and it will show your team right here. We'll dive into teams later, but there's some things that you can do that you'll need to access, like the team contacts that are shared and the ones that are assigned to you and things like that. So the first thing that you're going to want to do when you get here is go to profile and fill this out, or go to mykw.kw.com and fill it out there. And then you're going to want to go to settings. And I don't expect you to remember this. That's okay. I just want you to see it and be familiar with it. So you're going to go to settings, and then you're going to connect as much of these as we possibly can.
There's no shortage of them.
No, and there's even more if you go to connect more apps at the top. So Jenna, do you use Dotloop?
Yes. Oh,
Okay. So how I had to find Dotloop after it kicked mine out was I had to go to connect more apps. Oh, bless me. This house, I got a dust today, you guys. So I had to go to more apps and then search for dot loop. Up here, oh, it only searched loop. Okay. And then I used the free dot loop, but I've already got it connected, so it's not going to show up here. This one, this dot loop.
Uh-huh.
But it has a lot of, there's a lot of apps, lots of apps, you guys. So maybe one day we'll dive into how many apps are on here and we'll see what they all do. I don't have the slightest idea, so it would be interesting. Twilio, that's pretty easy. We know what that is. Command for agents. Your guided training to command fundamentals. Don't pay $99 for this. Just call me. We'll go through command essentials.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
Next door neighborhood sponsorship. Start your neighborhood sponsorship today. We'll look into that and see what that's all about. This is interesting. Not really seeing anything that we can't live without. Command email. I do pay for an upgraded version of command email just because I send so many out. I do tend to go through the 5,000 pretty easily. Custom email signatures. Looks like that a lot of this is just stuff to make your life a little bit easier. Dot loop to QuickBooks, dot loop to Google Sheets. I'm guessing if you want to be able to track the deals that you're currently working on, closing dates and things, dot loop seems to have a way to connect to Google Sheets, but it costs $10 a month. At that price, I'd just as soon type it myself. Yeah, it doesn't really look like there's anything that we wouldn't be able to live without. Okay, glad we took a moment. So the next thing that you're going to want to do is click on the correct thing. You're going to go to Connect Settings and click on Market Profile or Marketing Profile. I, of course, have my picture here. This is my new team logo. And Keller Williams Realty is my team for now. I'm not an administrative assistant anymore. Realtor. I don't have any designations or credentials. Pretty generic bio here. And office phone number, cell phone number, email, website. Keller Williams like the Ozarks. Here's our logo. Make sure the address is correct. I linked to my Facebook, my YouTube channel, my LinkedIn, and my Instagram. Bless me. And we're going to press save.
Don't forget you want to get your Google Analytics in there.
Yeah, I haven't set that up yet, so I'm not going to dive into that. But if you've already got it set up, make sure that you do put the tracking number in there. Okay, so that's a deep dive into like what you need to do first off, starting with command. And then the second thing that you're going to do is you're going to contact Gerald and you're going to get all of your contacts imported into command. And that, once they're updated, looks like this. Keep in mind, almost all of my contacts, yeah, I have 934 contacts. Almost all of them are BDAR agents. So there's like maybe 60 people in here that aren't BDAR agents. We can drop this down. We can see 500 at a time. This person is not a BDAR agent, so they're not tagged that way. Who else? Blake isn't a BDAR agent, so she's not tagged that way. This little L right here, that is what I mean when I say make sure that you're marking people as leads when they are leads. That is what helps you track this stuff on the first page. Leads right here. And then leads and appointments. Appointments set. Let's look at opportunities real quick so I can explain this a little bit better. So when you go to opportunities, which is the two hands shaking, you get to see your two pipelines. The third one is purple and it is leases. We don't generally do anything with those. So that's that.
If you're on camera.
So for the listings, when you have a listing lead, you're going to cultivate that lead. You're going to put them in cultivate, and cultivate looks for watch, nurture, and a hot lead. You can change any of these titles that you want. Then you have appointment. So you're scheduling an appointment to go see their house. You've scheduled one, you kept it, you went to that appointment. And then active. So we're staging the house, taking pictures, things like that. In this column, it's active and being shown in this column. You're negotiating a contract in this column. I'm not sure why legacy's here. I don't ever use it. Once it's under contract, we have escrow, which is earnest money, inspections, appraisal, financing, and clear to close. Clear close for me means that all of the documents are done and maybe we're waiting on a settlement statement or we already have one and it's legitimately just waiting for the closing date. On closed properties, you have it under closed or legacy. Under closed, this will automatically archive at the beginning of every month. Anything that's listed as closed or legacy will automatically archive itself at the end of the month. You can go back into your archive, so it's not that big of a deal, but if it does just kind of randomly disappear, just kind of think about, oh, okay, it's, you know, it's the second of the month, it must have archived a few days ago. I'm going to switch to just me. So as you can see, I have nothing in cultivate for buyers. I don't have anything in appointment for buyers, but I do have an active buyer. And I spent all day Saturday showing him property, so he's still in showing. We're working with a lender to see what his best options are. We did find something that he really liked. Normally, I don't show property without a pre-approval, but this was kind of special circumstances. He was only in town for a day. He's getting ready to retire in 2 months, so he really did need to be aware of how fast the market moved. And sometimes it's hard to just explain that to people versus helping them find something that they like and then, you know, getting the ball rolling. We need to go speak with a lender. We need this, and this lined up before we can even put an offer in. I want you set up for success. I don't want somebody to not take us seriously. Conversations like that. And sometimes this man is a very, very super nice man, but he was in the military, so he takes things very literal. And for him, it really took walking him through that process of, well, you found this amazing house that you really like, and now we're not prepared for it. And he really, like, Monday morning was up before me, getting the ball rolling, talking with his financial guy, speaking with Keller Mortgage and USA Mortgage, and seeing what his options were. So sometimes it takes that. Sometimes people just listen to you when you have that conversation with them before you show them property. Jenna, is that your experience for the most part?
You know what? In this particular market, you want to make sure they're pre-approved before you even start going out with them.
Yep. Now for me, this was a referral from a friend of mine in our office. So they were out of town babysitting grandbabies. So I really needed to make sure that regardless of if they were pre-approved or not, they got to see property. But typically I don't leave my house if they're not pre-approved, or if we don't have a pre-approval on the way. Like if I know, like if I've talked to their lender, I know something's on its way. Sure, we'll go see property, but preliminary, hey lender, what's our top price range here? Where do I need to stay out of the top budget from? So that's that. I don't want to dive too deep into command for you, James, because it does get very overwhelming very quickly. And that's not my goal. I don't want to scare you away already.
Oh, I'm easily overwhelmed, so don't worry too much about it.
This
Hey,
program
let me ask, who is that? I know that voice. That sounds like James that was with EXP.
No, it's James, but I have not been with any others.
Oh boy, you're gonna have a voice that's very similar to someone.
Yep.
I have heard that, but so far I even said you look exactly like somebody, but I've never met my double.
Ah,
That's funny. So other than that, I'm going to be designing business cards today. If anybody needs some or wants a new design, I'm getting ready to redo all of mine. So I wouldn't mind making some for somebody else. James, don't worry about yours. The office will buy you your first box. So you will have, I think it's 250 on the way.
Well, I do have, as far as still need to design some and
Sure.
do a picture and stuff like that. You had mentioned that you do that?
Yes, your picture. When am I going to be at the office next? Wednesday, tomorrow, because we have Ignite
Yes, tomorrow.
So
Yes.
You don't necessarily have to wear a suit and a tie. I would bring one to wear for the 5 minutes it's going to take to take pictures.
I do have a jacket I can put on.
Okay, perfect. And then I usually just take those in the conference room. So super easy. I'll just bring my camera, make sure the batteries are getting charged on it, and then we'll be ready to go. I charge $10 for KW agents to do that. Typically headshots are $30 to $50. So you're getting quite the deal there. And you'll have multiple versions of it, a version of it without the background, one with, that way you can use it in whatever marketing you need to.
Well, just, I know it's going to be easy to make me look pretty, but do the best you.
I won't put makeup on you.
oh, come on. A pink wig and some makeup.
Yes.
Or he could do it in boxer shorts with hearts all over it, like the one guy did. Said you made him sell his pants off of him.
That's funny. That's funny.
Maybe with one of those, if we ever do one of those auctions or something like that.
Yeah. We should do a calendar, the men of KW.
There you go.
Oh gosh, this got out of hand fast. Okay.
Oh,
And then we'll do a calendar, the pets of KW. I want Brazil on a calendar.
I bet we would sell a lot of those pets of KW. Everybody loves the animals. All right. Well, I'm out of content today unless you guys have questions, in which I am here to help. I will say it's been nice to be back from the old homestead here instead of in the office. This has been a treat.
Did you look out the window?
Yeah, I love snow, so this is not phasing me at all.
I was going to say James is definitely going to need a jacket tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, I love snow, especially this type of snow that is going to be here and then gone just as fast as it got here. This is wonderful.
Other than we had to carry in all of our plants.
Yeah, I waited. I have some aloe that I really, really need to get transplanted, but I figured I'd wait for a night or two.
Awesome. Well, welcome, James.
Well, thank you.
I'm Jenna.
Jenna is from the bee selling team. Bates and Eschenberger is what bee selling stands for there. And if you ever catch her in the office,
You mean that's not her real name?
I know. She's a wealth of knowledge, and I really do love to tap into it. Every once in a while, I kind of get lost when we talk. She just knows so much. Sometimes it's like, yes, overwhelm me with knowledge. This is wonderful.
Oh, you're making my head explode.
Oh, don't do that.
But James, we're all here to help you, just so you know that.
I appreciate that. I may need a lot of it.
So James is on the Wigan Associates team.
Oh, well, he's got a wealth of knowledge.
He does. Dan Smith and Sherry Legg are gonna take excellent care of you.
And I just gotta get things rolling.
Yeah, yep. And so did you do your Scott Leroy email?
I did. I'm just waiting for that to come back, and then I can get into command and
Perfect.
start doing everything.
It won't be long. It'll be just fine. It won't be too long. Scott Leroy and his team are pretty on top of things. So, all right. Well, I'm going to jump off here. If you guys have any questions, shoot me a text or email. Today, one of my biggest goals is to upload all of our past videos that I haven't been uploading in the last month. So I will get those uploaded to YouTube as soon as possible. James, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Keller Williams Lake of the Ozarks. And other than that, y'all have a great day and do stay warm.
Bye, honey.
You too.
Bye,
Thank
James.
you.
Bye.
Yep. See ya.